Hello, 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 my friends. Welcome back. I did change that. Episode 7, transfer to transfer special, my friends. We've just hit February, and I want to walk you through the work we've done. Very quickly, I'll just show you. We've been just walking through this ever since we had Kiev. 6-2 win at home to Monaco. That was a very, very sweet win. As you can see, the last 10 minutes, we just turned it on. 1, 2, 3, 4 goals. Just absolutely slipped it past them. It was 2-2 and I was getting a bit worried because we went into the break 2-1 down and then 5 goals in the second half, just absolutely blitzed and destroyed them. French Cup doing pretty well. Had a bit of a scare against Dijon. Went to penalties and I feared for a moment because our last penalty shootout against Lille ended with a defeat. And we finally get the chance to have a bit of revenge after the last bit of revenge, which was 5-0. So let's have revenge part 2, revenge harder. But yeah, 6-2, 2-1, 1-0, 4-1, 5-0. We're pulling away with some fairly good goals. The away form has also held up. We had a bit of a rocky patch in the middle here, but ever since I moved into like I'll show you the tactic that I'm working with. I'm working with this at the moment. The biggest switches, I've moved to direct passing. Because what I've decided to do is to exploit the pace and ability for my wide men as well as that off the ball. I've decided to just start exploiting that and not try to build play up as steadily and instead just exploit the fact that they can run. And that's what I've done. Now, free transfers. I've brought these lads in. The two that I want to point out immediately is just these Scaliglo. I never know how to pronounce that. And Aspilicueta. The two of them, they're not big money signings, they're not flashy signings, but what they are is they're players who can play on either side of a back line. So I'm just bringing in cover for that left and right wing back role, so that no matter what happens, I'm not like at my wit's end, because my squad, I don't have huge. If you go into, where is it? Where is it again? Squad depth. Here we go. Yeah. I don't have cover back here. That's the main thing. Other than that, was it like Roma Ginoli? That can't be his name. Roma Ginoli. Got him in on a free transfer. Solid defender. Going to offer some really good cover. 6'1", good stamina, good marking, passing. Solid ball winning midfielder. I was glad to be able to get him in. And at 27, there's plenty of years left in him. Jesus Corona. Oh, Jesus Corona, I guess, because he has Mexican, so there's a bit of the Iberian descent. Either foot, can play on either side. Good, tricky, pacey player. Got him in on a free. Gonna end up being kind of like maybe an impact sub or like a squad player, but gets into opposition, plays 1-2, cuts inside from both wings, first time shots, beats opponents right. Repeatedly, with that dribbling, that flair, that technique, and the vision, to be fair, and that agility. Likes to beat opponents regularly, means that he's just going to take players out of that game. He's either footed, so he can come in and he cuts inside from both wings. I can play him either side in that inverted winger. He's just going to be a solid player to come into that one. But the big one, the one that I'm very happy with, was Belletti. Now, Belletti offers something that I feel like we don't really have, which is a complete forward that can basically do it all. Now, only 11 passing, so it can be better, but teamwork, work rate, good determination, bravery, good at finishing, good heading, strength, balance, everything, like anything that you could possibly want in a player, you can get in Belletti. So he will basically act as a linchpin up front for me, to be able to like move into channels, beats offside, attempts overhead kicks. He's just a really, really solid defender. History of all for Torino. He hasn't had a less than a 10 goal a season since 2014-15, and even this season he's getting 10 goals. But in the meantime, who I've actually brought in this season, I brought in French players. Martial for 10 million, Umtiti for 2.2 million, which I think was a bit of a fucking steal, but I want to secure more backlines, and I've gotten Dembele in on loan until the end of next season. Very high. very high, but the optional future fee is quite low. I think because I insisted on going an optional fee because I wanted him for that year and a half, just to see how his injuries cope with the way I play and the style that I'm playing with that, because I want my wingers running a lot. But Martial, he's played 3 games, 3 goals, 5.7. I mean, like, what more can you want from this player? I've had him basically playing in a complete forward role while also being an inverted winger, where I prefer Mbappe out on that right wing or that left wing just because Mbappe has better crossing. Now, I know Mbappe is the better player, but for the way I'm playing, I actually think Martial's talent are better suited up front, because the 5'11" with good stamina, he has the solid attributes that I want, and he's got better passing, and what he lacks are the dimensional attributes to make him an effective inside winger. So put Mbappe out in the wing. That's what I've done, and it's paying dividends. Mbappe is going to be leaving at the end of the season. He's also injured at the moment. There was no way I was going to be able to keep him. I considered selling him to try get maybe 70, 80 million, but nobody really bit, and then he went and got himself injured, which meant that there was not a hope that I was going to be able to get him back. So I'm hoping to get him back in time for the Champions League first knockout round. But in the meantime, the reason I made sure to get Dembele in was to be able to have pace that can play on those wings. So for the first game, because I'm bringing into Lille, I have Martial, sorry, hold on, I've got gas in my stomach. Martial, Dembele, Icardi. Icardi, 7 goals in 16 appearances. He's playing well for us, but I don't feel he's a fit. I'm not feeling it personally. I don't trust him to come on, and like his return, I'm probably going to try move him up because I'm not feeling it personally. But I'm also trying to kind of like secure out the long-term longevity of the squad, filling it with French players if I can, because like Messi is going to go soon. What's his name? Angel Di Maria. He's 34, so he's going to 33 actually. He's going to be 34 in 10 days. So Di Maria doesn't have a huge amount of time left in him. So it's just trying to get that back line, that solid line. Again, Umtiti has a bit of a checkered injury past, but French international. I don't think he's in the international side at the moment. Is he? Club Saint-Germain? No, he's not. But I'm hoping that he can link up with Kimpembe, and hopefully they can kind of like establish a partnership for themselves, because Sergio Ramos, while he is the first choice centre back, I maybe only get maybe another season out of him at most at 35 years of age. I'd like to be able to get more, but I may not be able to. So it's about trying to plan for the future in here, which is an ironic thing to say when a beta save is being played, but you never know. I might get bored and just come back to this every now and then just to kick the shit out of teams, you know, being a man bastard I am like that. So but yeah, that's the work I've done. Interesting mid-season, hampered hugely by the Lionel Messi deal, which 1.4 million a week meant that it was very difficult to be able to get a wage budget. We are still, like, our wage budget, it says it's okay over here, 52k, but I think it's in, where is it? There must be like squad rules here where there's like a wage cap for League One that it keeps reminding me of that we are over. Transfer windows, no, it's probably not going to show me here, but it's going to be interesting to find out if we get into trouble for having a wage budget way above what we're allowed to have. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it, because what it might mean doing is just waiting for Messi to retire, which he may do soon. 34 years of age, and you're seeing those physical stats declining. I don't think we're going to get maybe 2 seasons out of him. Probably that 23 season, he's just not going to be able to keep it going at this level. But yeah, hey, let's get into a game, because we have Lille in Ligue 1. As you can see, 22, 5-point gap at the top. Those 2 losses, 2 draws, but we are winning lots and lots of games. And Angers, it's really interesting just to see them keeping pace with us, because Marseille, Lyon, Strasbourg, Lille, you can see them down there, 45, languishing at the bottom. And up the top, because you can see Angers has just kind of played with that. Marseille just with a late push up. Lyon starting to fall. Strasbourg, but it's I think the interesting there is like Marseille just like steadily incline over towards that third position, making a late push for those Champions League spots. But hey, let's get into a game so that I can have a look at these new boys in action, because I want to see, do I have 7 open? I don't. Well, you know what? Dembele can get 7 because Mbappe is on his way out. I'd love to keep him, but he has no interest in staying. And I'm just going to be hoping to God that he does not end up in somebody that we play regularly. So, Donnarumma, Hakimi, Ramos, Kimpembe, Mendes, Messi, Herrera, Wijnaldum. I found them a very solid midfield pairing. They pivot well and they screen really effectively. Then Dembele, Martial, Icardi, and Messi being that front 4. So let's get it in and let's just get cracking, because away at Lille looks like they have a packed out stadium. David, Ikone, and they have their back 3, so we'll need trickery, we'll need just the turn of pace. So I've got key highlights open. Let's see for our first highlight what's going to pop up for us now. Okay, Messi brings it in from the corner. Kimpembe, nah, 2 over. Kimpembe not making a good connection with that ball. Dembele not off to a good start. Oh, 6.6. He's popping up again. Messi running out of constitution really quickly. Wijnaldum having a decent game so far. Whatever his name is. Oh, and then Mendes takes it on, brings it over to Wijnaldum. Brings it on to Messi, and Messi is going to do some magic to Herrera. Dembele, go on. Brings back to Hakimi, who has it. Centers it to Wijnaldum to do something with it, and Mendes has it out in that left wing. Back to Wijnaldum to Herrera. Is Herrera going to take a shot? Nah. The two of them playing it between each other, kind of keep control of the ball. Herrera takes through to Icardi, and Icardi, that should have been a goal. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to adjust these to, whoops. I'm just going to adjust these to being defending wing backs, because I want them to operate in more covering roles while at the same time utilize the width on the pitch, because they're hanging too narrow at the moment and it's not a very effective way to play. So Messi with the in-swinger. Icardi, come on, nah. Okay, so Hakimi should be able to get on hold of this. Dembele not proving incredibly effective. The hovering it around that 64, 65, 6.4, 6.5. We seem to be being nullified a little bit, although our XG, we're at a 1.3, so we're expected, like, we've created chances that would expect us to score a goal. Again, like, a part of it for me is Hakimi, because Alberto Moreno, interesting. Like Icardi, I don't feel like he just gets a goal return. Dembele taking the ball on, centers it. Oh, he's going to go for it. Oh, after Martial. I thought Martial was going to control that and bring it down. Instead, no, he just heads the ball in field. Pressing on Ikone. We're playing that high line. Ikone going to take it through. Nah. Donnarumma. How am I going to mispronounce his name next time? Messi is getting quite tired out there. Half-hour mark, I think I'll take him off. Yeah, the half-hour mark. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to bring Marquinhos on for Hakimi because he hasn't played well. Martial's going to go up front. Dembele's going to take that wide role. Who's here? Draxler can play over here. Wijnaldum can come forward, and Verratti can come back here into that deep lying midfielder role. So let's see how this works for us. Okay. Hopefully we'll see a good return on this one. Although I did notice I have Martial playing as a pressing forward. I must have switched that and forgotten about it. Draxler taking that on the left hand side. Swings in for Martial. Nah. Takes the header and it goes tamely over the bar. Still holding on. Dembele with a 6.5. Bit underwhelming, disappointing. Although he's hovered in around that 6.5, 6.4. So not the best of debuts. Oops. I'm going to push you into support, and move you to complete attack. And let's just see if we can get. Oh, I forgot to switch that to attacking. Ah, well, we'll just. And Dembele at 6.3. Disappointing. So, hey, 0-all. We continue our run of games where we haven't conceded, but a big issue we were having here. I forgot to run you through it. But a big issue we were having was injuries, because there was a few first team players who weren't really available. Come back in here. You can spot Pereira is just back from injury. Di Maria was injured. Neymar was injured, as well as Mbappe was injured. So a lot of first team players are at us. So when's the next game? Next game is a Coupe de France on Thursday. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the recording, come back to you for that match, and we'll play that match, and then I'll bow ye out in time for the... You may have noticed, but in the Champions League, we drew Manchester City. Why did it take so long for me to get to this one? Some very interesting setups here. Man United, Bayern Munich, Milan, Madrid, Inter Milan versus Liverpool, Atletico Madrid, Chelsea, Paris Saint-Germain, Manchester City. What a game. Benfica, Juventus. This is going to be interesting, because anyone could win that one. Porto, Dortmund. These two, it would have been a bit of a non-contest, I think, if either of them got any of the rest. But the fact that they got each other means that either can win. Like Sporting versus Villarreal, I don't know. Pick one. Porto, Dortmund. My money's on Dortmund, but Porto on their day. Oh God, yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna continue on in charge for that French Cup match. Back to you in a sec. Very quick point to bring you into before I get on to the match. Keylor Navas. I wasn't able to secure a move for him during the transfer window in France, but his work permit to go to Newcastle has gone through. So that is, look at that wage budget taken off. Oh, that is so much of a relief, because we had him tied down for a while, and it's just, I'm not holding on to him. Considering, yes, I am going to accept this. Yeah, not asking for anything. Beautiful. We have gotten rid of Keylor Navas. Because here's the thing. In our squad, go to goalkeepers. Joining Newcastle on the 9th and the 6th. Fuck you. He's still here for a while. We have Gianluigi Donnarumma, and Sergio Rico. And soon to return, we have Alfonso Areola. He's French. I personally like this goalkeeper, and I think he's better than Rico. So Sergio Rico has until 24. We may let him go. But at the same time, I don't know who he is yet. But if you go into the development center, back to my U candidates, at least one of our goalkeepers looks like a great prospect. Why would I hold on to Keylor Navas when I have all of these different factors in my favour? I'm looking forward to see what this intake will look like, because one of the things that I did was I made sure to get my hands on a decent head of youth. We're professional, working with youngsters. Route 1, not ideal. Playing style long, 4-4-2. Just, you know, it is what it is, but hey, I wasn't looking for something long term. I was looking for a beta save. Pro tip, if you ever have a head of youth manager, look for somebody with a preferred formation that is your preferred formation, because then they'll try bring in players in those positions. If you play with if you play with right backs and you look for somebody whose preferred formation is a 3-4-3, never going to bring in right backs, or at least if he does, he won't specifically be looking for them. Also, personality can impact the players he brings in. But yeah, I just wanted to bring that to you. Getting Keylor Navas out of the club was very good. Also, I'm pondering bringing in Eden Hazard. Let me know if that's an option you'd like to see. But yeah, I'm going to go back to pause, and we shall get back stuck into it once the new match comes up. Alright, we're back. Okay, however you pronounce that name. Martigues? I don't know, but I think they're non-league. National Group 2, basically down in the Amateur League. Who is their 1.6 Good for you, although you're on loan. Who are you on loan from? From Marseille. So their most expensive player is Coate at just over €250,000. You know what? Good for you. Keep trucking away. You do your best. The might, the financial power of the United Arab Emirates is now going to absolutely steamroll you. Let's figure out who we're going to play. It is a cup game, so we are going to unavailable. So we are going to what's the word I'm looking for? Rotate a little bit. So Rico, go on. You're getting a go. You're getting a start. Colin Dagba. Where? Oh, I've sent him out on loan. The promising centre back that's coming through, I sent him out on loan to Auxerre in Ligue 2, I think it's called, the lower league of French football. League 2, Umtiti and Kimpembe. Let's give the two of you a go. John Berndt and Marquinhos. Go on that right wing. Neymar isn't quite fit. So we're going to have Martial up front. We're going to have Messi out here. We're going to have Sama Dembele over here. And Julian Draxler. No, we're going to have Julian Draxler on the outside. Messi in that middle, just playing a linking role. Neymar. Will I start you? Go on, yeah, I'll start you. I'll give you like 60 minutes. Okay, and then in midfield, who shall we give the go-ahead that doesn't really get to play? Where are you, Simons? We'll put you back here. How are you defensively? Crap, but sure, we'll see what happens. Okay, and we'll put you alongside Wijnaldum. And Wijnaldum and actually no, we'll put you beside Herrera, so that engine can work together. Actually, Simons, what's your stamina like? Stamina, work rate. I might play you as a box. Likes to dictate the tempo. Okay, so what we're going to do is Wijnaldum playing down here and Simons there. Okay, so now we've got a starting level. Martial up there, Dembele, Messi, Neymar. I'm going to swap these because he doesn't have legs. It's just that simple. Messi is a walking ball of creativity that walks, doesn't believe in running. He doesn't know how to do it. Donnarumma, Colin Dagba, Hakimi, Mendes, and oh, there we go. Maro, and who will I? What? Oh, yeah, you don't need to be in there. Okay, so let's get cracking into it. And hopefully we can put some goals past these people, because it'll be very embarrassing if we can't, because they're way down in the amateur depths of French football. I'm pretty sure 1 week's wages of my lowest paid player in this starting lineup will be their team's budget for the year. French football and the financial might of Paris Saint-Germain, it'd be like that. So let's get cracking in. Okay, skip. Let's go. Okay, Sergio Rico. And Simons is quite tired right from the off. Okay, Mtuti bringing it over. Marquinhos, Neymar. Over to Martial. Oh, he is fouled. Out wide to Marquinhos. See, this is why I like wing-backs over full-backs. They stay wide. Marquinhos bringing to Martial. No, can't quite get the hold of it. Wijnaldum holding it up. He's going to try from outside. Easy goal. Easy. Just like that. Wijnaldum brings it 1-0 after. Set into the 7th minute, and we have a comfortable lead away from home in the French Cup. I think this is like the 8th, maybe 10th round. I'm not entirely sure, but we've got a Ligue 1 side. Whoever we win here, I think we play the winners of Marseille, Lyon. So it'll be interesting to see who we get out of that. Our XG is not even 1. Okay, Neymar bringing it in. Marquinhos, that should have been a goal. Martial got his 4th goal of the season. Tapping, just absolute tapping. But this is what I like about Martial. He just gets himself into scoring positions. I really like this about him. I wasn't expecting his return to be this good this early, but the boy's just switched on. I have not managed Mbappe particularly well because I have not gotten a return out of him, but sure, you live and learn. I think when I do my 5-year Liverpool plan, I'm going to try get Mbappe in and have that front line between Oh, can you? Yeah. Salah, Mane, Mbappe. That's a terrifying front three. Just the pace alone. Out in Dembele. Dembele bringing it into the middle. Before bringing it to... he has to be offside. He had to have been offside. Confident finish. Yeah. Given as offside. I mean, he's doing what I want him to do. Those are the kind of plays that I do want to see happening. 2-0. Waiting for anything really. Simon's Verratti. I think at halftime I might do exactly that. Neymar with an opportunity to make it 3-0 at the break. Nah. Who were you? Martial. Jesus, he gets himself into positions, I'm telling you. Okay, halftime. Let's blow it up. Okay, so Simons, you're just too tired. It's just that simple. It's nothing personal. It's business. We're going to pull Messi down here. Neymar into the middle. Nah. Should I do Neymar in the middle? Yeah, we'll do Neymar in the middle. Martial up front. Mendes I'm going to bring for Brandt. And who's tired? Oh, what did I do? Okay, I've forgotten everything that I did here. Let's just go undo. Okay, no, that makes sense. Because I want to bring Verratti on. Okay, that makes more sense now. Mendes over here. Because Brandt is not having a good game. I'll bring Draxler on for Neymar. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring Hakimi. No, I won't actually. He doesn't play well in that position. He can play every other position on that right with like natural ability, and then over here, unconvincing. Ashraf Hakimi. I was about to say Akafimi. Well, they're playing okay. Yeah, so I think just Draxler for Neymar. Icardi for Dembele. Oh no. Okay. I will just keep going with that one then. It's my 3 substitutes. Now let's just pray we don't get injuries. With Dembele, that may not have been the wisest thing that I've ever done. Wilfred takes it out from the back. Is he going to get punished? No, brings it back to Tassian. Should have this Umtiti. Mendes takes it out wide. He's going to bring up the line for Dembele. Dembele, turn it on. Come on. You've got really good pace. Turn it the fuck on. Then playing us back to Kembolo. Kembolo having pressure between Verratti and Dembele. Verratti takes it on. Messi is taking it through over to Dembele. Dembele taking it on that left-hand side. He's going to cross it in for the on-waiting Martial. Martial takes it, controls it. He is tackled. No penalty. Bring it over. Nah. That was well defended. Marquinhos holding it up on that right-hand side for taking along the wing. Bringing for Wijnaldum, who brings it into that half space. Out Martial, and there we go. Just Martial getting a second of the game. 5th of the season. I'm getting a return on Martial, I tell you that much. 10 million from Manchester United. And I think in 5 games he's probably scored nearly as many as he scored in half a season for the Reds over in England. You know, I think he's relishing the opportunity to play in France. I think he's happy to be back ever since he left Monaco. 7 years ago, maybe? Daja? How you pronounce that name? Over to Araini? He was just gliding. You saw that. He just glided on that ball. Umtiti, you should have this over to Verratti. Not a great pass. Umtiti, you have this. Bring it chested down. Bring it back to... Oh, over to Mendes. Mendes along that left-hand side. Dembele putting himself into position. Dembele is he's just not switched on. Because these balls are not finding him. What I'm going to do is I'm going to switch his side because he's just not switched on that left-hand side. Hopefully we'll get a better return out of him on that right-hand side. He might link up with Marquinhos better. Mendes into that middle field. Bring out to Kimpembe. Kimpembe bringing it forward as a ball playing over to Dembele. Finds himself some space on that left-hand side. Is he going to square it up? Now it brings all the way back to Mendes. Maybe across from deep. Into the middle to Verratti. Verratti back to Dembele. Are you offside? That should have been a goal. But he was offside, yeah. Okay, let's swap the two of them around. See if we can get a better return. Draxler taking through the middle, bringing it back out to Mendes. Mendes lining himself up for a cross. Brings it out to Draxler, who's going to square first time. When Yaldum takes it, the angle widens, brings it all the way back to Marquinhos. Takes the ball wide before bringing it back into the middle for Verratti. Oh, ambitious first time cross. 60 minutes on the clock. And you can see from the amount of green here, we are controlling this game. I'm going to bring this back to cautious, just to lower the intensity of the game, because I don't want injuries at this stage. Messi with a cross in, trying to find Kimpembe. Ah, it should have been a goal. If he kept that down slightly, that would have been a surefire goal. So Imes, Mendes on the receiving end of this, brings it back to Draxler. A little bit of head tennis going on. Mendes controlling it, bring it back to Umtiti. He's bringing it forward ever so slightly. He has that overrunning lap. Martial through the middle, trying to find Dembele on that right hand side. Opens up some space for himself to cross. He does, meets Draxler, and it is confidently and tidily finished onto that far post, or that near post finish. Dembele, Draxler linking up. So Dembele has his first statistical return of the season, I guess. And it starts with an assist. Really well worked goal here, and tidy finish. Draxler, you may find yourself with more playing time, especially while Mbappe is injured. Stake a claim for it now, my friend. You may never get the chance. Verratti covering that. Mendes back to Sergio Rico. Rico very quiet but confidently controlled his backline. Umtiti bring out to Mendes. Mendes opens some space for himself on that left hand side. Brings over to Draxler, who has the opportunity to drive into the heart. Back to Mendes. Crosses to Draxler, who's going to square it first time. And Martial with a tap in. I think that's his hat-trick. Yep, hat-trick. I think 6th game, maybe 5th or 6th game, and he has a return of like 5 goals. 10 million, well spent. Confident finish. This is what I wanted. I wanted a pacey poacher. Somebody who can just find themselves in those positions, still has a lot of time left in their contract, and is a die-hard, passionate Frenchman who is going to give his all for the domestic league. Mendes bringing it back, just drowning out the time. Taking up that left-hand wing before linking up with Draxler. The two of them have linked up much better than Mendes and Dembele. I'm going to keep an eye on that in the future so that I don't make that mistake again. Into Messi. Messi brought to Verratti. He has that overlap on that left-hand side. Going to cross inside. Works up the space for himself for Draxler. That's a penalty. Going to finish 6-0. Have we got taking that penalty? Messi, go on, go on. Get another goal, Messi. Go on. Go on, go on, go on. Stroke it. Bottom left-hand corner. Go on, or blast it. Do what makes you feel pretty, Messi. Bottom right-hand corner. There we go. 6-0 win the cup. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. The wages Messi has received this week is probably the valuation of their entire club's history. History of their wages. Go on, take it out. It's over. It's over. Oh, Pentalou with an opportunity. Now that deserved a goal. That was a beautiful move over the top. Kind of reminds me of, let's say Harry Kane, but I don't think it's very Harry Kane, but just like over the shoulder, first time half volley, that would have been a beautiful goal. But like, just absolutely stellar performance from everyone. Very happy, and delighted I could give you a good game because, you know, that 1-1 draw, that 0-0 draw with Lille was a bit of an anticlimactic role. But let's just go back into that squad. Martial. Anthony Martial, 5th game, 3 goals in the league, 4 appearances, 7.2, 6 goals, 5 appearances, 1 player of the match, 3 fouls, 7 fouls against. I couldn't be happier. And look at that. 3 games, 2 goals. He's already outscored. He's nearly outscored his 2021. It's Martial. I think we got a decent player. Not a replacement for Mbappe. Nobody could be a replacement for Mbappe, let's be honest there. But I think we're going to have a good bit of rotation for next season because losing Mbappe is going to be hard. However, one silver lining. Let me take back the available and get rid of not a club. That wages. to be able to take those wages off the budget, that is going to be really, really good. For a moment there, I wondered if I was playing music. The music is playing. I was wondering if I was going to forget about that one. So yeah, good 35-minute video. 2 matches, introduce you to my signings, transfer special. We will come back for Champions League. I'm probably going to do the home and the away leg in the same video, and I'll just pause it like we did in this video and just play through the Nice Bordeaux games. And I'll catch you in the next one. Good luck to you, my friends. Bye-bye.